tell you what, you start getting good doing this, you're going to be really good at elk. Once you get that initial elk down, but that's with any bow. But I'm talking, if you know that you can kill like a squirrel at 30 yards, elk are nothing. Elk are easy at 30 yards. So this is a big thing. I just want to bring this to you guys. I know it's going to help a bunch of you young bow hunters that are coming into the traditional bows. It helped me. This is what got me to where I could actually start killing things, is shooting small game and shooting stumps. So if you want to hunt big game with your longbow, right now is the time to get out and hunt small game. Find something that is legal to hunt small game wise. Most of them are all winter long, and get out here. At the very least, go shoot some stumps, because the season's coming and this is the very best way to teach yourself how to shoot a stick bow. So follow along. We got squirrels on the table today. Here in Southern Oregon, squirrels are open year round, and the sun just poked out a little bit, and we're gonna go up and see if we can find us a squirrel or two. A couple times this year, look at that, there's already some tracks, and I ran into a lot of squirrels in here. So the squirrel population is very strong in here, and we're gonna see if we can get one that's an eater. These silver grays are big. They're a big squirrel. So if you guys want to follow along, it's gonna be pretty cool. We'll get in there. I have a camera in here too, so I'm gonna check that camera and see if we can find something in there. It's only a mile away from my house. I really could walk up here, but we're gonna hike in there with our bow and see what we can find. They're washed out, but it's hard to see. But what do you guys think? Do you think it's a bear or a cat? Here's a better print. It's definitely not a dog. I think it's a cat. There's no claws showing. What do you guys think? I think it's a cat. I think it's a cougar. I have a camera up here, so if he stays on this road, I should have him on my camera. That'd be cool. If it is a dog, there are no claws showing. Here's some more. I love coming up in the woods after snow. I just love seeing what's running around. Pretty cool. Alright, so he walked right by my camera. My camera's right there if you guys can't see it. So let's go check the camera and see what was on it. Be pretty interesting to see if there's a bobcat on there. I think it's a bobcat or a small cougar. We'll take a look. Well, it looks like I was right. I was thinking bobcat, but it was a cougar. Take a look. I don't know if you can see that. I'll put an overlay in the video if I can't see it, but yeah, it's definitely a little cougar. Not a very old one, but he walked right down this on the 21st of January. So today, I think, is the 22nd or 23rd. Anyhow, yeah, so there's this little cougar in here somewhere. Maybe he's after the same thing I am. Pretty cool. We'll see what else we find on here. So it's pretty weird to use a cell cam for squirrels, but looks like that's what I did. So there's some of our prey. Some of our prey is on my game camera. And I really didn't put it out for squirrels, guys. But it's funny that it's there. Anyhow, that's right before the bobcat went through, or the cougar, so pretty cool. That was cool. There's a lot of cool pictures on there. I'll show them to you at the end of the video here, so stick with us and stay to the end. I'm gonna probably shoot a few stumps on the way in here and show you what I look for when I'm shooting a stump. I'm probably just gonna shoot them. Today I just got the flu-flus that I got from Three Rivers Archery, and just because I wanted to shoot some flu-flus, and I got one with the blunt, so I'll probably be stumping with the blunt. Actually, I'll be stumping with the field points and just shooting in the trees with the blunt. Show you what I'm looking for in stumps. I want something, well, that one right there. So see up on the bank up there, that stump, I'm gonna go ahead and give it a shot. Normally when I'm stumping, I'm just roving through and finding stumps to shoot at, but having the camera with me, it's a little bit different. But you guys can see the stump up there. What you wanna do is pick out a small spot on the stump. If you're shooting the way that I shoot, it's aim small, miss small. So, one of the things that I'll tell you guys what I'm gonna shoot at is if you look in the middle of that stump, it's got two pieces coming up, two pieces of wood coming up, and then a piece of snow that comes down in between those two pieces. The two pieces of wood on the stump on the top look like ears, and it comes down on that snow. I'm gonna shoot just below where that snow comes down in the middle of the stump there. And this is simulating a very hard uphill shot. And of course my arrows aren't gonna fly the same with the flu-flus on, but it does protect arrows too. That's exactly where I want to hit, right there. The flu-flus don't slow you down too much when you're talking this kind of stuff. It, you know, out to 30 yards, it's not slowing you down a ton. It's when it gets up above that 30 yards, it slows it down a bunch. But I hit right where I was aiming for. Well, probably a little bit off, just a couple inches off, but pretty good. Confession time here. The only time I've ever really had any hint of target panic, and it really wasn't target panic, it was more like wife panic, was when I would go out stumping and lose some arrows. I have to go back and tell her I need to buy more arrows. So I guess that's not really target panic, it's wife panic. It was target panic too, because I couldn't hit anything. By the time I was started worrying about losing an arrow, that's when you can't hit anything. So, little word of advice. Shoot flu-flus. And that's not looking good for squirrels, but we're gonna give it a shot. They gotta be picking around down there. Squirrels gotta eat. I just ran into a turkey. I don't know if I got him on film. I tried to get him on film for you guys, but I don't think I did. But I'm gonna shoot this stump right here. And normally, like I said, normally we just go through here, pick a stump, shoot it. And I'll shoot it. There's like a little black spot that's underneath there, and I'm going to shoot for that. So let's try this again. So I'll do this again. But here's the scenario. The scenario is there's an elk. My buddy's over here calling. I'm going to get set up, and we know that elk is over here. We heard him bugle. I didn't get there in time, so that elk he's going to go to my buddy. The wind is blowing straight at me, so I'm in pretty good shape with the wind. That elk's going to come across here, and he's going to go to the edge over here where he can look down, because my buddy's just down there, and he's going to stall down there. But I can't shoot him down there. That's 70, 80 yards. So I'm going to stop him right over here. There's a stump right here. And this is the scenarios that we play when we stump shoot. Now, I'm telling you, this is why hunting, this is the best hunting scenarios that you could play. This is the way that I started shooting. This is what got me to shoot. This is what got confidence built in. So as he's coming across, I'm going to stop him right there, and I'm going to lay an arrow in him right through the heart. So I'll walk this out so you guys know how far this is. It doesn't matter to me how far it is. That's my typical shot on an elk right there. It's 20 and under. So, and that's what I like. That's the reason I bow hunt, is for that 20 and under. So let me walk it out, and then we'll shoot it. Okay, so It's actually 28 paces up there, so roughly 28 yards, 30 yards. So that's my typical shot on an elk. Most of my typical shots actually are a lot closer than that. But so we're gonna play that scenario out. It's getting later, guys, but I hear a squirrel down there and down in my little spot, and he's making some noise. So let's go put this to practice, and I'll show you why I think that small game hunting is even better than stump shooting. Stump shooting's cool. I mean, we made a scenario up, it worked real well. You guys watched it. That was about 30 yards. You guys do this consistently. Just think what kind of confidence you're going to go into the field with. Once you have your form down right, once you have everything good there, it's all about programming that metaphysical part of you, that part of you that knows when you're on target, that part of you that knows when to let the arrow go, and it just comes from shooting a lot. If you guys are struggling, don't start at 30 yards. If that it might mess you up. It might get you to where you don't want to shoot, and because you're shooting over and everything else. Shoot close, get to where you're really consistent close, and then just keep moving those yardages out. I'm telling you. You guys, back in the day, if we weren't hunting, we were out shooting stumps. That's just what we did. And there's a lot more to this lifestyle than just shooting a bow and killing animals. It's about tradition. It's about people. It's about the bow. It's about the arrows. It's about the setup. And it's about, you know, spending time out and learning something this is counterintuitive all the way. And once we get it down, this is a martial art. This is something that's special. And a discipline and all the good things that go with it. And so I encourage you, get out here and stump shoot before we go down in there where those squirrels are. And that's the next thing I want to show you. And hopefully we get into them today. If we don't, I'm going to continue doing this. There's a couple new guys that are shooting trad bows this year. Maybe I'll bring them along this year and bring them up here and we'll stump shoot. Show you guys how much fun it is. And how good it is for your bow hunting game. Because I tell you what, you start getting good doing this, you're going to be really good at elk. Once you get that initial elk down, but that's with any bow. But I'm talking, if you know that you can kill like a squirrel at 30 yards, elk are nothing. Elk are easy at 30 yards. So this is a big thing. I just want to bring this to you guys. I know it's going to help a bunch of you young bow hunters that are coming into the traditional bows. It helped me. This is what got me to where I could actually start killing things, is shooting small game and shooting stumps. So if that's something you guys are into, if you're digging shooting stumps and or maybe you already a stump shooter and you want to help support this channel, we have a stump shooter t-shirt that we are selling, and it just helps support the channel. It helps, all of the production cost. So if that's something that you guys do or something you want to be a part of, it helps us out. But regardless, we're going to continue to bring this content to you because I want to see guys get really proficient with this. This is something that has helped me throughout all of my life, and I think it's something that will help a lot of people. Get out there, get your bow shooting, find a section of woods, find something to hunt, find some stumps to shoot. Get out there. I'm telling you guys, this is what will make your elk season. Guys, we're almost down to the squirrels, but I wanted to remind you to hold on, wait. Don't get off this video yet because I got all those cool pictures off my cell camera at the end. Looks like I'm not the only one hunting these squirrels in here. I'm gonna go over here and sit by the tree a little bit and see if I can hear one rustling around. It's not the best day for squirrels. They like it when it's sunny. They're probably in their burrow just chilling. But yeah, Well, we waited him out here. It's a great place for the squirrels, but I got a feeling that they're holed up today. So we're gonna head back out, and I'm gonna shoot a couple more stumps, a couple more scenarios on the way out. It's starting to get late, but we're gonna do one more scenario. See that V right there? So just past that, about probably another 30 yards, there's a stump out there, and these are situations you get into sometimes. You call a bull in, my caller's behind me, wind's in my face, so the bull doesn't smell me, but he comes up out of the thicket there, and he stops right behind those V's, right? And man, I don't know, back in the old days, those V's or anything that was in front of me that I had to shoot through to get my arrow past used to mess with me immensely. So I practice this a lot because this happened to me a lot. Elk would come in and they would just, for some reason, stop, and you'd have to either pass up the shot. You can watch, I'll include some video of Jerry. He did this, he passed up a shot. So if you're looking here, Jerry has the front shoulder right there, but trying to get it through would have been a pain in the neck for him, and he was waiting for that bull to come out. If you see the bull, you could see him moving in there. He was looking to come out, and he would have had him at probably, shoot, that was feet. It would have been feet if that bull would have just made 2 more steps. So with that, that's kind of what we're practicing here, is shooting through that V. And then I don't know if you guys could see the stump back there. I'll show you here real quick, but we're gonna shoot at that stump back there. Very good scenario, because there's our V, and then if you look through the V, you'll see that stump. And here, I'll go right through there and zoom in for you. If you look through, there's the stump back there, and that stump is what we're actually shooting at. So it's a really good practice that'll mess with your mind. I really believe in this type of practice. This is the kind of stuff that'll make you either get one or not get one. I think you can see it in the camera, but that bull just came up the hill. My buddy's calling up there. Pulled him up out of that. Already had an arrow. I had an arrow on my string. I don't know if you guys could see it or not, but that bull came up out of the bottom there. My buddy's up on the hill calling. We got a really good thermal coming up, so that bull's coming across there, and he's gonna go up to my buddy, but he stopped. I don't know why they do that, and this V is in my way now. It's that stump that's right on about 30 yards past that V, but I gotta shoot through that V to kill this elk. Now this is a very ethical shot if you could shoot through the V's, but back in the day, this used to screw me up. If I had something like that to shoot through, I couldn't shoot through it. It took stump shooting to fix that. So he stopped out there. He's not even looking at me. He's looking at my buddy. I'm gonna come to draw, and I'm gonna see if I can grab him. I hit just an inch high. It still would have killed the elk, but there's a V in the stump, and I hit right through that V. I'm going to shoot one more. There's a big log behind it, and I know I buried it in that big log. I don't know if you guys could see the arrow fly through there, but I'll show you. I'm going to stick one more in there. So that bull, I got one in him, but he's still thinking that, and I've had this happen to me. I shot an elk before, and it bugled right after I shot it. But right now, I'm shooting that bull, and he's still thinking it's up there, and he just let out another bugle, but he's still standing there. And if there's an elk standing, we got to put another arrow in it. And we hit him a little low, but we got him. And we got the heart into him. I'm going to take the camera over there and show you. Can you guys see it? So, I don't know if you guys could see my arrow fly on the video, but I shot right through this V, and I'm about 2 inches low on that heart shot, but you have to shoot through this V to do it, and that was so, used to trip me out so bad I couldn't shoot through things like that. But once you start learning how to concentrate on that spot, and you just hold on that spot, and you can see where that little V comes down in the gray up there. So I'm about 4 inches low. So if I was shooting midsection, that would have been heart. If I was shooting top of the heart, that would have been bottom of the heart. So that's a dead elk at 30 yards. My first shot would have been, just a little high at 30 yards. I might have clipped that top lung. That could have been a bad shot. But shooting through there is a trip. So that is the scenario. What do you guys think? Leave in the comments below if you do this kind of practice. All right, guys, so that scenario is pretty fun. I enjoy doing the scenarios like that. Go out, get your buddies together, make up scenarios. Have people make scenarios for you to where you have to shoot through them. And I guarantee you, it's gonna do nothing but help you. Don't be afraid about shooting over, shooting under. Everybody's gonna miss. So part of stump shooting is to get your confidence up. And if you get afraid, that's when your confidence is gonna really mess with you. So you just get out and start shooting. Hey, if you guys like this content, do me a favor and subscribe and hit the bell. 90% of our videos are watched by people who aren't subscribers. So if you like it, hit the bell, and then you'll know when our next video is coming out. We're gonna kill a squirrel, and we're gonna show you some more things on how to get your concentration better. If you want to help support us and you want to wear a cool shirt that shows exactly what we were doing today, if you're a stump shooter or aspiring stump shooter or going to become a stump shooter, wear that shirt and then go out and stump shoot, and then take a picture with it and send it to me. I'd love to post those pictures of you guys shooting with that stump shooter shirt on. All right, until then, thanks for watching, guys. I really enjoy bringing this content to you. I love traditional bow hunting, and I think it'll really help you out. So hope you enjoy.